Day 13 of 30 days of building a personal brand on YouTube.
Hi there, my name is Kenny Teller, and for the next 30 days, I'm building a personal brand on YouTube where I'll be sharing what I know, what I like to do, and my interests. So come with me on this journey.
So today's video, I'm going to be editing thumbnails that I have on ground. I want to edit 5 thumbnails in this video today. I'm going to take you guys through the process of how I edit my thumbnails. While I'm editing these thumbnails, I want to explain the 5 basics of editing a good thumbnails. For my thumbnails, I like to use Canva. First basics of editing a good thumbnail is to use high quality image. See, there's a lot of thumbnails that I see YouTubers editing, and then they complain about how bad the thumbnail ends up looking like. So one thing I want you to know is thumbnails has to be high quality. Don't screenshots. If you need to edit a good thumbnail, do not use screenshots. Take a specific picture. Take a picture for your thumbnails. Even if you have a low quality image, there is a feature on the Canva app which I'm going to show you that allows you to upscale the quality of your image. So if you have a low quality image and there is nothing you can do about it, just go to the Canva app. If the image you're planning to use is very low, is of low quality, or is a screenshot, you can just upscale it on the Canva app. So this is my Canva interface. So you come to this side, you click on apps. So on this app, you're going to see so many apps. I'm trying to see which one works. So I think you're going to go to here. So you see image upscale. So this is the image upscaler. It is under your app. So you click on image upscale. So you can see here that you can upscale it 2 times or 4 times or 8 times. So for me, this picture is already like a little bit of high quality. So I'll just pick 2 times or 4 times. I think I'll just go for 4 times. But if your picture quality is very, very low, you can either pick 8 times or 16 times. Okay, so that's just so when you click on this, then you upscale it. Can you see? So it's right now it's upscaling your image. I click on replace. So you can see that it's going to replace the image right here. Okay, you might not really see the difference because this picture was already high quality, but all I'm trying to say is that if you want to increase the quality of your image, you can definitely do that. So the second basics of editing a good thumbnail is to have 1 or more scroll stoppers in your thumbnails. What are scroll stoppers? Scroll stoppers are what our brain is psychologically primed to pay attention to. Know that moment when you see an image or when you see a thumbnail and then your eyes caught something, be it the color, the text, the image itself, that right there is a scroll stopper because it literally stopped your scroll. So when you're editing your thumbnails, keep all this in mind. Make sure to have 1 or more scroll stoppers in your thumbnails. You could use a large text, you could use a bright color, you could use an emotional face, you could exaggerate the emotions on your face. It is that there is so much you can do for your thumbnail, but make sure you have 1 or more scroll stoppers on your thumbnail. Which brings me to the third basics of editing a good thumbnail, and that is the text should never repeat the title. The text should be easy to read and quick to understand. There's a lot of people that actually put sentences, or should I say paragraphs, on their thumbnails. Thumbnails is more about your image rather than your text. So even if you're going to add a text to your thumbnail, it should be additive. That is, it should add to what is already inside your image, not you bombarding your thumbnails with a lot of text and then it ends up looking confusing and crazy. So make sure that your thumbnails are easy to understand and they are quick to read. So you can use 1 word or 2 words or 3 words or even 4 short sentences. 4 short words. You don't need to put every single word or every single paragraph in your thumbnails. Less is more. And make sure that the text never repeat the title. So let's take, for instance, you write in your title how to edit thumbnails, and then when you want to edit a text on your thumbnails, you also write how to edit thumbnails. In that moment, you've just repeated what's in your title. The next basics of editing a good thumbnail is, can you recognize your thumbnails from afar?
You see, when we edit thumbnails, most of us think that, the audience would immediately see our thumbnails. But the thing is, when you're scrolling on the YouTube feed, when you're scrolling on the YouTube home feed, there is a lot to catch your attention. That's why it's important to make sure that you can see and read your thumbnails from afar. So even if someone is trying to scroll through the YouTube page and they're looking for what to watch, your thumbnails is one of the thumbnails that's going to catch their eyes. And that's why I said use one or more scroll stoppers in your thumbnails. So I have 2 apps that you can use to know whether your thumbnails can be read and seen and noticed from afar. And that is to use the thumbsup.tv. So I'll link this website on my description box. So the last 5 basic of editing a good thumbnail is to give the viewers a reason to click. That is curiosity. Curiosity is the backbone of every great thumbnail and every great video out there. There should be a reason why people want to click on your video. Okay, you can't just put anything on your thumbnail. You can't just put different titles, different text, different image. You can't just bombard. Even if the thumbnail is aesthetic pleasing, even if it is bright and big and bold enough, even if you adhere to all the rules on all the basics that I've just listed, if your thumbnails doesn't have curiosity, that is a reason to click, they will still not click. Okay, there's a lot of videos I come across on the YouTube home feed, and then the thumbnails catches my eyes, but for some reason I'm not oblique enough to click on it. I don't feel curious enough to click on that thumbnail, and that's because the thumbnail and the title does not have enough curiosity. So if you want your thumbnails to be seen and clicked, you have to make sure that you give your audience a reason to click. Why should they click? What is going on? Give us a reason to click your video. Are you answering a question in your video? Are you exposing someone or something? Are you giving us a life-changing advice or what? Let us know. Give us a reason to click.
I look crazy. I've been editing since morning, and guess what? My light went off. The light meter finished, so we had to buy another light. So I just picked up from where I stopped, but I look crazy right now, but I don't care because I've been working since. So that's the end of today's video. I'm going to be doing more of this. I'm going to be showing my work. I'll see you guys in day 14.